So then, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. We didn't have any rain on race day, and we didn't have a safety car, unlike what they were predicting for the Grand Prix, because I believe for every running of the Emilia Grand Prix up to today, they had a safety car. But neither of those happened. What did happen was that Max nearly lost the win to a 5-second time penalty. He was on the black and white flag for track limits from about half an hour into the race. Lando Norris kept charging hard and, could have gotten close to winning it had he not made a couple of mistakes, lost a bit of time earlier on. To be honest, though, I think he would have had to wait for about another 7 laps. I reckon if it was a 70-lap race, he would have taken it regardless of mistakes or anything like that. I think that would have been the most amount of time he needed, just because tyre degradation is a thing. And it looked like the McLaren is better over the long runs at a track like Imola and a track like Miami, like we had last time out, than the Red Bull is. So maybe Red Bull have started to hit the peak of their current concept. A team that hasn't begun to hit the peak, however, is Williams, who today saw Alex Albon with a stop-go 10 penalty, just because of the fact that, well, the front right wasn't attached properly. I've just seen that he was, and the team were, summoned to the stewards after the race to see if they were going to get any other reprimands, but because Albon didn't specifically say it was a wheel, and because the team didn't know it was a wheel, they don't face any further sanctions. It's just an unsafe release. Which, I guess that makes sense. They retired the car. He was the only non-classified driver in the end, I believe, because he retired with about 10 laps left to go, though I think he was already 3 laps down at that point, bless him. Elsewhere, we saw Ocon very nearly get another penalty, just living up to the meme. He was noted as having forced Zhou Guanyu off the track. Fernando Alonso's pit lane 2 challenge ended up with him doing a lot of testing, though he was noticeably the quickest driver in the speed traps over the course of the day. A team that was performing well but lost out a bit in the end were RB. Tsunoda managed to get a point for 10th. Daniel Ricciardo finished behind both the Haas's in 13th after Sergio Perez had to do his charge back through the pack, which, given that when he pitted he came out where he'd started, it wasn't exactly the best of looks for the second Red Bull today. Mercedes did something bizarre in pitting George Russell, who took the fastest lap point, and allowing Lewis Hamilton back through. The 63-lap race didn't go exactly the way of car 63, though the Mercedes does look like it is consistently the 4th best car now in F1, which, well, if you're Lewis, you're just going to give it all that you can, but just remember that you're off to the Scuderia next year, who I think we're hoping for a bit more from today. 3rd for Leclerc meant that he got a podium in front of the Tifosi, 5th for Sainz. But Piastri looked good, and Norris looked even better. And I think that that's the matter of that in this particular case. But I don't think there's any much more to offer on the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. I mean, I saw the criticisms about the track because, well, you can't overtake so much there. I love the track. You shouldn't change it. But one of the things I did like to see was the change of the commentary lineup. Was it Harry Benjamin alongside Karun Chandok? Really good lineup, really good pairing. Felt a bit like the F1 TV commentary that I usually listen to, because he's got a very unique, well, not very unique, a very much more stereotypical way of commentating, like we've seen with Alex Jakes and Alex Brundle. And I like that style, and I believe it's what worked well for him when he was doing the F1 Kids stuff last year. But it does give me this point, and this is a question that I want to leave it on. If the likes of Crofty and Brundle are taking races out because that's what they want to do, and because it's best for them, does that not mean that we've gone too far with the amount of races and the amount of events we have in the F1 calendar now? Let me know your thoughts for that and everything else to do with the Grand Prix weekend in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.